While we got to stop the music. Yes, we have to stop the music and do something for our community. Today, as I've been, promoting all last week and on social media, we are, here to just, give thanks and also to congratulate the James Hillhouse High School boys basketball team on their state championship, 23rd, 23rd, right?
23rd.
23rd, tied with St. Anthony's Academy in Jersey for the most state championships of any team in the country. You know, basketball lives in New Haven. That's what I'm talking about. Now I have the coaches here with me. I got Renard Sutton, he's the head coach. I got Paul Henderson, better known as Hollywood, assistant coach, and I got Tyree Sullivan, associate head coach. How you doing, fellas? Congratulations.
Thanks for having us. What's up, Elm City? What's up, Elm City?
Absolutely. Let's go with the coach first. Season got started. You guys weren't slated to win this championship, right? What did you say to your team when the season started?
Just about staying focused to what we thought we were capable of doing. People are always going to be having their own opinions on who we are, what we should be accomplishing. But it just, as a group, just sticking to the script and focusing on each other and just trying to get a job done.
Right, absolutely. Let's go to Ty. Ty, you guys are losing 5 seniors. You're a senior laden first team. And of course next year, the younger guys got to, pick up the slack. But if you could think of, just one player or, a couple of players, some of your seniors, who've been with you for 4 years, and how they've matured to the level where now you guys were able to win a championship.
Well, you asked me that question, the names that come to mind, three names come to mind. That's Tyler Williams, that's Jonas Johnson, and that's Anthony Crenshaw. Those 3 seniors have been with us, for 4 years, and they worked their butt off. They're not blessed with some of the, physical attributes that a lot of other players are blessed with, but what they are blessed with is the ability to come to practice every day and work their tails off. So that what they instilled in the young guys and how they had the young guys follow suit meant a lot to this team, and it carried us a long way because they laid down the groundwork on how to come to work every day and work your tail off and be prepared for when you get to the semifinals, when you get to the finals. So they meant a lot to the program.
And I know that there's a certain sense of family that when you talk about Hillhouse, we talk about the house, right?
Absolutely.
Can you speak about that?
Well,
what that means?
Well, we wear it on our chest, house family. Ever since I've been involved with coaching at Hillhouse, it's been our staple, house family. We're a family on the floor, off the floor, and to this day, past players that we've had, they stay connected with us. They can always call us. We send text messages to these guys, daily, monthly, weekly. We're extended family forever. It's a fraternity.
This is Juan Castillo right here on the Rhythm of the City, 94.3 WYBC. And like I said earlier, we're stopping the music today because this is Hillhouse High School Championship Day. All right, state champions. This is their day today. I know they won the championship last week, but today we honor this team. I got Paul Henderson, Hollywood, as everybody knows him, assistant coach here. Who works with a lot of the young kids. And you've been with the program for how long now?
This is going on my 20th season. I was able to coach Tyree Sullivan and McKeever, and I remember Coach Sutton. He's from Wilbur Cross over there, but he came over. And he brought everything with him.
That's okay.
He brought everything with him. So, they asked the questions, but, me and him also was assistant coaches, Mr. Carolina, when we won back-to-back. We won 05, 06, 06, 07, and we beat Gino Ariama's son up there. And they brought the whole championship up to UConn. So, I go back to Coach Fleming days.
Yes.
So,
big ups to him.
Yes,
Laid the foundation.
Yes,
Absolutely.
And these guys are just, I think Coach Sutton, which I call old school. He called me old school. Then you got
No. You more old school than him. There's no question about that.
Yeah. And it's just a pleasure to be able to still be around, after playing the game, and I'm the kind of hardcore, always serious type guy.
I've heard that. I see you out there when they come off the court. I see you. And Coach, Coach Sutton, I always ask this question, because it's important, I know that these kids get a lot from you.
Yes.
And, I know the house is about building character. I've interviewed many of your players that have come here on this radio station, and that's what they talk about. They talk about the fact that they became better men. It wasn't just about basketball, right? But a question I have for you is, what do you get out of this?
Just the fulfillment, man. The pleasure of being able to help a kid, no matter what their situation may be. Because we have all types of kids. Kids that come from single parent homes, kids that come from 2-parent homes. And at the end of the day, when we're on the playing field, it's all of us the same. I wanted to reiterate what you were saying to Ty about us being family, and everyone knows, in every family, everyone doesn't get along. So it's just a matter of, regardless to who or what their situation is, we just want to get along. And that's probably the concept. When you clown me all the time, these guys clown me all the time about Wilbur Cross. That's one of the concepts that when I was a young guy and I played the 2 years that I did play at Wilbur Cross Junior Varsity. Coach Salisbury, shout outs to him,
Yes.
as well as Earl Kelly getting ready to be inducted.
Absolutely.
Next season. So not to take away from the Hillhouse stuff, but I just wanted to put that out there. But it's just the family and being able to help a kid, man. And as long as you can help a kid, and we preach college education, but we also understand that college is not for everybody. So as long as you stay a positive person in the community, that's pretty much all we can ask for. Just to stay positive and try and mind yourself in a certain manner, because in the community, that's what it really counts. A high school diploma, a college education for free, if we would like for that to be, but if not, just to stay solid in the community as a young man.
Now, my last question for you is this. I played and I tried to coach. One of the most difficult, and I realized that's not my thing. And I'm gonna tell you why I realized that it wasn't for me. It was hard for me to watch those kids that were sitting on the bench and not putting them in the game.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that, man?
How do I deal with it? You asking me or you asking the kids' parents?
I'm asking you.
But no. On a serious note, man, it's not as hard as people may think. To be honest, I have the luxury of not just coaching kids, but coaching what we want to believe is powerhouse teams. So we have more talent than the average program throughout the state. So being able to coach a very talented team and hoping that it works together and everybody stays getting along, we've just been blessed as a coaching staff, and to be honest, it's not so much me as it is my staff. I have the ultimate staff, Kasim Johnson, Paul Hollywood, Henderson, Tyrese is here, but my off-season squad, Moose and Neff and little Stevie. So as a family, we get it done. It is difficult at times to look down the bench and see that some kids that want to give you the opportunity to go out there and play for you, you just kind of have to stay into a coaching situation and worry about the betterment of the whole program versus the own personal individuals. But as far as that, man, it's beautiful, and you just let a kid know you love him regardless.
And Ty, I remember when you guys played in the tournament up at Arena Harvard Yard. Mm-hmm. One of your players was having a rough time.
Yeah.
Right? One of y'all young players.
Yeah.
Important players.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to you, and you said something to me that, can you share that? Because that was the essence of what Hillhouse is all about. Talk about that day, and how that ended up becoming part of that championship, right? Hard times.
Well, no one individual is bigger than the program, and that's for the best player on the team to the player that doesn't get in and doesn't get any opportunity. And I think that was a turning point in our season. One of our players had an issue. He also had an injury. We sat him down, and we were so dependent upon that player early in the season that, the guys didn't really know how to handle it without him. They were forced to. You know, we went out into that game, we pulled it off against a good Bassett team, and I just think that was a turning point for the team's confidence to say, hey, we can go out here and we can play without this guy. You know, I mean, we're that much better with him, but hey, we can do this. And I think it helped the team so much. It was like kind of like a blessing. Me and Coach Sutton talk about it all the time. We've been through so many ups and downs throughout this season, and we just look at it like the basketball gods lined up everything for us. You know, we hit a tough patch early. We lost 2 of our first 3 games. You know, everybody wrote us off. You know, we shouldn't be coaching. We don't know what we're doing. You know, it's tough in this city. It's tough in this city.
Oh yeah.
And you know, that's one thing about our staff. We talk to each other every night. We hold each other accountable. We're honest with each other, and you know, we can deal with it. You know, we deal with it together. You know, when Coach Sutton's having a tough time and he's going through something, I'm going through it. Hollywood's going through it. Casino's going through it, and that's how we stick together and we build this thing, man, and we instill that through the kids. So if we can deal with it, they can deal with it, man. And we go through it together. That's how it's family.
All we got is us.
And you know, I'm gonna give Hollywood the last word because you know, like, you know, he's okay. And we got the coach that's gonna also mention something. I wanted to ask you, Hollywood. Well, you know, Paul Henderson. Okay, you know, you get these kids early, right? And then, you know, as they mature and they become significant role players on this team, right? It's important for you, because you talked about this with me, to remind them where they came from.
Right.
Right? Talk about that.
Well, the 3 seniors that we talked about earlier are the last 3 seniors that I had as freshmen. And Kasim handles that role now, and what I do is assist with those. But they was the last 3, and they was warriors. They was like, you know, even going back to last year when we was in a tough game, Coach Sutton made a decision and said, look, this is it. I'm setting these guys down, and he called on them guys, and they pulled them other guys out of the trench. So, you know, we're carrying over from last year when we went to the semifinals. You know, those were my last 3 warriors that played, you know, with the freshmen when I was coaching the freshmen.
That's great. Coach Sutton, you got the last word.
Well, you got it. At the end of the day, all of this is possible because of the mayor of our city, her staff, superintendent, my athletic department, and every individual, teachers, administrators, and all staff and students in 480 Sherman Parkway. We send this love out to them. They have given us so much support through this whole journey, and we just didn't want to go without recognizing the city and who we represent. Whenever we play in the city or out of state, we still like to say that we represent New Haven, and we just wanted to bring this trophy back for them.
And I just gotta say, first of all, I want to thank you guys for coming. We're gonna be talking to the rest of the team, all the players. We also got the Connecticut Hawks track team. We've got some national champions in here, because that's what today's about, New Haven champions, right? You know, but I also want to just talk about the fact that, and I want to emphasize that, you know, all you guys have been about education.
Yes.
That despite the fact that these sports are important, it's been about education with Hillhouse. And I know people got negative things to say and all this other stuff, right? But you know something? I've seen seniors leave out of Hillhouse High School. They don't play ball, and the ones that do play ball, and what they talk about is education.
Absolutely.
And that's what it's all about.
Well, any of the naysayers, it's a new day.
Yes.
If it's anything that they don't know and they don't believe it's easy, you can just Google the information to find out. That can't be perpetrated. So, you know, they can say and think what they want to think. The bottom line is, it's in black and white who we are.
That's right.
Ty. Just piggyback off of that. You know, I just feel like, you know, I'm living proof that it doesn't have to. You don't have to be a professional basketball player. You don't have to be in the NBA. You can come back and you can make an impact on your community by, you know, just working hard. Whether you're going to college for 4 years and you earn your degree, whether you're a plumber, whether you're an electrician, whether, you know, as long as you're doing something positive, and, you know, that's what we try to, you know, instill into our kids, that you can impact your community by just being a positive citizen, you know, with good, strong beliefs.
Thank you. Well, you know, it's March Madness, but it's Hillhouse Day, baby.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
it's Champions Day. You know, we got the Connecticut Hawks in the house too. So, guys,
Shout out.
thank you so much for coming. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you and 94.3, the Rhythm of the City, for having
The
us.
People's Station, baby.
Thank you.
94.3 WYBC. Keep listening. I got more, man. More champions right here. So, you know, stick around.